I welcome you to this session of ISO 9001-2015, and today we are going to talk about clause number 9.2.2. This is pertaining to internal audit. So as usual, first of all, I'll read out the requirement to you as given in the standard. Clause 9.2.2, there are 6 points in this, A to F. A. Plan, establish, implement, maintain an audit program or programs, including the frequency, methods, responsibilities, planning requirements, and reporting, which shall take into consideration the importance of the processes concerned, changes affecting the organization, and the results of previous audits. B. Define the audit criteria and scope for each audit. C. Select auditors and conduct audits to ensure objectivity and the impartiality of the audit process. D. Ensure that the results of the audits are reported to relevant management. E. Take appropriate correction and corrective actions without undue delay. And F. Retain documented information as evidence of the implementation of the audit programs and the audit results. There is a note below. See ISO 19011 for guidance. So there is a guidance standard available for carrying out internal audit. The number is 19011. Now let us discuss the clause in more detail. As the topic says, it is regarding the internal audit and the responsibilities of the organization or the company. So the very first one is that the company or the organization has to plan and establish and implement and maintain an audit program or audit programs, including the frequency at which we take the audit and methods of doing the audit and responsibilities, who are responsible for the audits, planning requirements and reporting of the audits, which shall take into consideration the importance of the processes concerned, changes affecting the organization, and the results of the previous audits. So in the audit, normally we always check the results of the previous audits. If there were some non-conformities, then we check whether those non-conformities have been closed or not. So this is regarding the planning aspect. So the organization or the company has to plan and has to establish, and once planned and established, then implement and maintain an internal audit program, including the frequency. So we have to set a frequency, and the normal frequency is 6 monthly. You may keep it 3 monthly, it may be too soon, the next audit will come too soon, and you may keep it yearly, which may be a little longer. So normally the organizations keep the frequency as 6 months. And the methods of carrying out the audit, whether it is going to be at site, the auditor facing the auditee, or it is going to be online. That means distant audit, online audit. And we have to ensure that responsibilities for doing these audits are clearly planned out, and the planning requirement of the audit and reporting, how we are going to report the audit, in what formats, and things like that, we have to plan it out and spell it out. Which shall take into consideration the importance of the processes concerned. So depending on the process is concerned, we plan the audits and the formats necessary, and changes affecting the organization also are taken into account, and the results of the previous audits, we always check whether the previous audits there were any non-conformities and whether they have been closed or not. So that has to be done. Number B is define the audit criteria and the scope for each audit. Now, what is audit criteria? Anything that is connected to the audit is an audit criteria. The process that we are auditing, the place that we are auditing, the people that we are auditing, all becomes the audit criteria. Anything that we are doing in the audit becomes the audit criteria. And the scope for each audit. So the scope for the audit could be that it has to be done only for the offices or even at site, and if at site, at which particular sites are to be taken into account and which are to be left out. So anything which is defining the audit criteria, we have to ensure that it is duly documented, and we have to define the scope for each audit, how far we are going to do the audit. And C is select the auditors and conduct audits to ensure objectivity and impartiality of the audit process. So we have to ensure that the audit is carried out in an objective manner. That means nothing is left out, no partiality, no impartiality, and the impartiality of the audit has to be ensured in all cases. So we have to select the appropriate auditors and ensure that these auditors have enough knowledge about the section which they are going to audit, and then they can be allowed to conduct the audits and with an objective with an objective to carry out the audit in an impartial manner. So the audit process has to be carried out by these selected auditors. And D is ensure that the results of the audits are reported to the relevant management. Normally there are always the formats for recording the audit when we carry out the audit, and the audit results, the non-conformities and observations that we come across, they are reported in a format. So those formats have got to be part of the process or the procedure for the internal audit that we are supposed to write down, and it should be available to all the auditors and the auditee. And we have to take corrective actions and corrections and corrective actions without undue delay. Whenever there is an observation or an audit non-conformity, we are supposed to take the correction and also the corrective action. Correction is that at that point of time we take action so that the non-conformity is removed at that point of time. And the corrective action is that we take action so that the non-conformity will not repeat itself. I'll give you an example. For example, we have our car, we are going in a car, and our car suddenly gets heated. So we stop the car and open the bonnet and see that the exhaust, that the rubber pipe of the rubber pipe of the engine has been damaged, so all the water has gone out. So there is no cooling water available, and that is why the engine got heated up, and we had to stop the car. So what is the corrective action? The corrective action is that you call a mechanic, replace the hose pipe, fill the water, and then start the car again. It will start and then you can go ahead. You can reach your destination. But the correction is that you have to examine, go deeper into it and see why the rubber pipe failed on the way. So maybe you did not allow the car to be sent to for regular checkup or for servicing. So regular servicing of the car is the corrective action. So there is a difference between correction and corrective action. If you keep your car say serviced regularly, then such things will not happen. You will not have to stop on the way. Before the hose pipe is about to break, during the servicing, the boy will check the condition of the hose pipe and change it if necessary. So it will not stop the car in between. So that is the corrective action. Corrective action removes the possibility of the failure happening subsequently. So this is about the correction and the corrective action. That is part E. And now we come to last F. Retain documented information. We are supposed to retain the records. Documented information here means the records as evidence of the implementation of the audit program and the audit results. So the auditors have got to be, we have to select the auditors in such a way so that they are totally impartial to the audit. That is essential. So we must select the auditors in a way so that they are impartial to the audit, and the audit results have got to be recorded on the appropriate format, and we have to maintain the records of the audit results. And for guidance, we can always refer to, there is a note below saying see ISO 19011 for guidance. So for guidance you can see ISO 19011, which is a standard on carrying out the audits. So that's all. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and if you are liking my videos, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and also forward my videos to your friends and colleagues so that you can share these videos with them also. They will get advantage of whatever we are discussing. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that as and when I load the video, the information will reach you without any delay. And we are going to discuss on the next Sunday the next clause, which is on management review, 9.3 management review. So bye bye till then. See you on next Sunday. Bye.